Hi and welcome to today's tutorial. Today I will be showing you how you can import digital elevation models and map overlays inside of UgCS. So let's get started. Now, once we are already inside of UgCS, we can go into the map layers window. So here you can see now we have two sections. We have the disabled layers and we have the enabled map layers. Currently, you can see we have the Google Satellite map layer already enabled here. Now, UgCS already comes with some base maps. So for example, if you wanted to switch from Google Maps to Bing, you can do that, and now you can see that the base map is also changing. But now let's go back to the default base map. And so now what I will do is I will import one of our own maps. So this is a map that we have created ourselves that we can now import inside of UgCS. Now this is quite important for drone pilots because very often when you will be flying certain missions, for example, over some construction sites or some other areas where the satellite map layer might be outdated, here this is where it's really important to be able to get a very high resolution map that is up to date and it shows all of the obstacles in the location where you will be flying. Now, to add a new map overlay, you can simply click here on this plus button, and then let's just add a name. So we can just call it Map 1. Click on Create, and you can see that this layer is now available here. So now I will press here on Upload to upload the new map layer. And so here you can see I have a list of some map layers which are available, and I will simply select this orthomosaic file that I now want to upload. Now I'll press on Open, and you might now notice already that here in the top bar we have already the progress. It's showing that the map is being imported. And once it's done, then we'll be able to move it into the enabled map layers. So now you can see our map has finally uploaded. And so here you can see this is the new orthophoto layer that I have loaded, but it is not yet enabled here in UgCS. So before I enable it, let me just zoom in, just so you can see the level of detail you can get from the base map, which very often it is not sufficient. So usually with a base map, you might have an issue that it is simply not high resolution enough, or that it is a bit outdated and the actual objects which are located there in real life, they're simply not yet there on the base map, which is a very common case for mining sites, for construction sites, and so on. And now let's enable this custom map layer. So I can just click here, and you can see that now our custom map overlay is now enabled. Now, as I zoom out, you can see the borders of the new map overlay, so you can see also how it looks like, and that actually it goes together quite well with the base map, so you can see that the positioning and everything is correct here. And yeah, so this is just one feature which you can utilize when you need to get a more up-to-date map. And also, by the way, you can even load multiple map layers here. Now, to demonstrate, let me also load a magnetic map here. So now, I'll create a new map layer called Magnetic Survey. Again, now let's select it and upload. Okay, and now this is loaded as well. Now let's press again here on this button, and perfect. So here we actually can see that now we have three different map layers. So we have the base map layer, then on top of that we have our orthophoto, and then on top of that we have our magnetic map that shows anomalies that are in this field over here. So hope this is useful. You can utilize this feature whenever you need to get more up-to-date map. But now let's jump into the elevation tab, and I'll show you how you can load digital elevation models and digital surface models inside of UgCS. And now we are here in the elevation tab of the map layers window. And here you can see on the left side we have two separate fields. So we have the terrain model, or the DTM, and below that we have the surface model. Now both of these are elevation models, but the difference is that the terrain model, this is what is used for calculating the drone's flight altitude, while the surface model of course contains everything on the surface, so there's trees, vegetation, buildings, etc. And this is used specifically for viewing in the elevation profile to see how high will the drone be above this. But now, so UgCS already does come with some inbuilt elevation models. We have the SRTM 1 arcsecond data, and we have the north of 60-degree latitude, also SRTM data. In the disabled layers, we currently have also UgCS 1/3 arcsecond data. This is specifically for customers in the United States. Again, not to be confused with UgCS, this is USGS, just to be clear. So this data is 3 times more accurate than the default SRTM 1 arcsecond data, as you probably might have guessed. So in case you are in the United States, I highly recommend you enable one of these layers so you can utilize it. For example, if you're located in the central United States, you can enable this UgCS 1/3 arcsecond central data, and this will give you 10 meters between two elevation points, while 1 arcsecond data gives you 30 meters between two elevation points. In case you're located up north in Alaska, then also we have a separate layer for this, for the USGS in Alaska. And while UgCS does come with default elevation models, you can also use your own if that's what you choose. So in UgCS, you can actually import digital elevation models as high as 1 meter resolution. Okay, and now let me show you how you can upload your own digital elevation model. UgCS, by the way, has no size restriction on the elevation model, so you can load theoretically models as large as you need to. Now, to add it, it's the same process as we just now did with the map overlays, so you just need to click here on this plus button. Then we can input some name for it, so let me just call it DEM. Let's create it, and now I'll press here on upload data, and let me just choose this folder here. So now I'll just select the DEM data, and here you can see I have a 1 meter resolution elevation model. Now I'll just select that and then wait for this to be uploaded, and once it's done, again, process is exactly the same. We just need to select it, click on this arrow here, and it will be moved into the active layers. Okay, and now this is the elevation tile, as we call it. And again, this is 1 meter resolution. So now let me just deselect it so you can see a bit more detail. But so in a model like this, you will see quite a lot of detail because of course this is 1 meter resolution, which is quite high. And okay, so now this is the route that I have planned out here. And now let's take a look at the elevation profile of this route. Now to access that, you just need to click here on the elevation profile. And so here you can see, so this is how this looks like with the 1 meter digital elevation model, so with 1 meter resolution. Now, if we go here in the map layers and again, select this DEM, then I'll just want to demonstrate to you how it looks like if I remove this. So now when we go back to the 1 arcsecond elevation data, you can see how this model is different. And now let's move it back. And of course, as you would expect, this is higher resolution. And here you also might notice that we have a digital surface model tab, and this is where you can import your surface models if you have any, and then these will not be used for determining the flight altitude, but instead they will be displayed in the elevation profile in green color here, so you can see where will be the trees, where will be the buildings, and so on. And okay, so that's all for today's video. So again, to summarize, today I showed you how you can use map overlays and digital elevation models inside of UgCS. In case you have some more questions, feel free to leave them down in the comments below. Subscribe to our channel, and as always, see you in the next one.